trip to Italy this summer, so we got the 10 extra practices. Had a great trip. We only played 3 games while we were there, and that was part of the plan, was to play 3 games and not 4 or 5, so we could just spend time together, whether it's walking around Rome or going to we were able to go to the Coliseum, able to go to the Vatican and do things like that as a team. And felt like that time together was extremely valuable for us and really the most beneficial from the trip. Just being together and hanging out, no matter what we were doing. And so that was a real positive for us. Able to play some of the freshmen quite a bit in the 3 games over there. Fife was able to play a lot in the 3 games over there. Those things were good for us.
Thanks, Ray.
We've got the guys are healthy right now. 10 guys that are back. We've got 6 freshmen. Some guys that we really like. Some guys that move around pretty well. I think we're going to be good players. And the thing that I've talked a little bit about this morning is that what that does is sets up our practices to get really competitive, and that's where it's at. So yeah, we're going to start on Friday. Guys, we're not going to start earlier in the week this week. We're going to start Friday. We're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get 3 in over the weekend, and then we've got a fundraiser on Monday. So we'll take Monday off for practice. So our first goal will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend.
From the past, what did you see carryovers on the trips your teams have made before to the ensuing season?
Yeah, you just learn a lot. You come back from that kind of trip, and you feel like you're able to maybe not be different around each other, Jim, but it's just you feel like you know each other, and so you are a little bit different around each other. And if that's a little more relaxed, or a little bit more comfortable with each other, like that aspect of it is a huge piece in terms of the camaraderie and the chemistry of the group moving forward. I think that's the biggest thing from those trips. Is you can take a step forward in that aspect.
Have your teams done that in the past? I mean, have you seen the direct correlation from that to,
Yeah, we took one with Seth Tuttle, Deion Mitchell, Marvin Singleton. Those guys went to Brazil with those guys. And it was a couple years after that when we had the really good team in 2014-15, and then the year after, of course. If you go back farther than that, the team with Adam Cook and Eggle Cedar and those guys, we were the World University Games. We were Team USA for the World University Games, and a couple years after that, we were in the Sweet 16. So yeah, I mean it's at some point, whether it's 1 year or 2 years, a group seems to grab onto a big benefit from that kind of trip.
For each of the players, what was your favorite part of Italy off the court? What did you see that you really enjoyed?
I guess for me it would be the Coliseum. Really, I enjoyed the whole trip. I've never really traveled at all, like besides basketball. So I think just the experience of being able to go out the country and see some historical things like that was just a great experience for me.
For me, I'd say, like Coach said, just spending time with all my teammates, hanging out with them, just walking around and checking stuff out over there. It's a completely different world over there. Like the culture is so much different than back here in the U.S. That was really cool to see. So that was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I would say just hanging out with all the guys. I mean, like AJ said, it's a different world over there, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lot of us. So we had to take advantage of it and enjoy it, and we got to do it with our teammates, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. My favorite part of the place that I like the most was probably Florence. I like that place.
You're an art guy?
Yeah.
Ben, did you learn much from the three-point line and the new extended distance on the trip that's going to help you guys?
Yeah, generally speaking, gang, I like it for the game, for the college game. I think it's really good that the line moves back. There's a little more space on the floor, of course, and I think it's fun for these guys to have some new challenges, be part of it. But I think bigger than the challenge, it's fun for these guys to be doing things or working on things that are going to help them get to the next level. Right, the international line, the NBA line is farther back yet. So this is a step in that direction. So that these guys that are working to pursue a professional career when they're done, this is something that helps them. Yeah, and I like it for, you go past those things, and I like it for our team. These two guys with Trey and Isaiah has worked hard. It has a chance to help us spread that floor just a little bit farther. And the return of Fife inside, a guy like that's got a little bit more space now because the line is farther back. He's surrounded by these guys that can make them from there. And then Luke and JD have got some experience. They don't score as well as Austin does on the block, so that's why I bring up Austin being healthy and back. So, and we saw some of that on the trip.
Speaking of Austin, everything good?
Yeah, he's doing well. June, as he was getting back into it and going, June was a little bit of back and forth. Not a lot. He still felt a lot better than he did last year. July was much better. By the time we got to our practices at the end of July, he was doing great. On the trip in the 3 games, he was just terrific. It was maybe as close to being all the way back to who he is, both as a player, but more important, as a young guy. He's a happy kid. He's always smiling. He's always got a bounce in his step. That went away last year, and it was a tough thing to deal with. And so to see that back this summer was good, but to be able to be out there with his teammates and playing games, even though it was in Italy and the competition, those teams wasn't great. He had some success, but for me, the more important of the two is just him as a young man, seeing him happy, smiling and excited to be with his teammates.
Isaiah, how much are you guys different team with him in the lineup?
Yeah, like you said, he can score the ball very well and down low. So, like him scoring down low will just help us out on the perimeter. Just playing inside out through him will help us a lot. Like Coach said, we have a lot of great shooters on the outside. So if they're worried about us, then most of the time he'll probably be one-on-one in the post. And I feel like anytime he's one-on-one in the post, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. So I feel like having a healthy Fife back will just help us out.
It's just your offense change with Austin back. Can you do some two-post stuff with him and Luke now, or do you change some things up just with what he can do offensively?
Yeah, it'll. We won't see any lineups, at least at this point, with Luke and Austin together. Right now, Austin, Luke, and JD will play that center position. Trey, Biggie, Noah, James, those guys will be playing at that power forward position. I think that the change it won't be a change to the offense, but there'll be some things within what we did last year and what we'll continue to do where get Austin in some situations where he's rolling to the basket, to be able to catch the ball when he's rolling to the basket and finish. Do some more things where we come off of a ball screen on the wing and we throw it back to the same side so that we can throw it inside to Austin. Some things we didn't do as much with Luke or with JD. That's where you'll see some things that will look a little bit different, but they're going to be part of the offense that we ran last year and that we've continued to work on and that we're going to run going into this year. So it'll be more some things within the same offense where he's going to get some touches and we'll be able to get him the ball on the block so he can play a little bit down there on the block.
What's the next step for that offense? I know you're more efficient, obviously, on the back half of league play. Where can you take this thing this year?
Yeah, I think the experience level of our guys will help us take it one step farther. And we saw that some this summer. We saw it in our practices before we went. I think that's probably the thing that having Austin back is going to help the offense. But we started a year ago and we had at this point, guys, in September we had this what we ran last year. We weren't doing it at all. And, now we've done it for an entire season, so we're just in a different place. The guys have got a different understanding of it with a year under their belt. So what you're able to do is now you start in a different place. They've got a different comfort level. They've got a confidence in what we're doing. So then the execution is better. Things are sharper. Things are happening faster. It puts more pressure on the defense. But we're also able to now start to build on it. Right? Once we get through some practices here, maybe it's 2 weeks, maybe it's 3 weeks, but somewhere in there we can start to add some more things to it. just some different looks within what we're doing. So, yeah, I think we're going to be able to take it. It'll be sharper. The execution will be better. The pace will be better, which will, again, put more pressure on the teams we're playing against. But I'm excited about being able to add some things to it as well, with having Austin back, with our experience level, and with the comfort level these guys have.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Coach, what's your outlook for the rest of the Valley?
Oh, I think I find myself probably saying it every year. It's just hard. I mean, it's just a hard league. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and every night is hard. And I think that's great. You know, I love that part of our league. Is that every night is hard, and it's certainly going to be that way. You know, there's teams with a lot of guys back. There's teams with guys back that have added the right new guys. There's teams that have had to add a lot of new guys that look like they're good. So it's going to be hard.
Specifically on Missouri State, have you thought of anything what they're doing over there, the way Dana's been building?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously done a terrific job in a short amount of time. You know, that group last year was really difficult to play against because they're good players. And he figured out a way that changed midstream. That's a hard thing to do when you're a head coach, is to make that big of a change to what you're doing to give your team the best chance and give him and his staff a lot of credit. And then the players for buying into that, because it was going to be the best way for them to play. So he's obviously doing a great job in recruiting, and he's doing a great job in coaching.
Do you move Spencer into a starting role, or do you kind of like him still in that six-man type capacity going into the season?
Yeah, he in our practices and in Italy, he was in that starting spot. I think that's a great spot for him. Having the experience he had last year, I think that is a spot that he could be comfortable in. So we're going to get the best of both worlds from a coaching staff standpoint. And we got a guy who's a starter that can start, or he can come off the bench. He's six man. But like I said, he's in that starting spot all summer. And I anticipate that he's going to stay there.
So what are you looking forward about kind of being in that backcourt with AJ, and what you feel like that unit can do for this season?
Yeah, I mean, last year was a lot of fun. I mean, AJ's first year, he was adjusting a little bit, getting used to like the college game a little bit. But I mean, he's evolved his game a lot this offseason and stuff. And I mean, I think we're gonna have a fun year. I think after last year, getting that experience together. I think this year will be good.
AJ, the disappointment of the Valley Championship game, did it take a while for you guys to recover from that, and what have you learned from it? Is it a motivator night for you?
Yeah, it's definitely took a while to get over it. I think nobody's really still over it. It's always going to be there in our mind until we get past that point. But it's definitely motivation for us this year. I know everybody was using it this offseason, and we'll continue to use it throughout the whole year.
Yeah, as I mentioned, you have added some things to your game. What'll be different with what you're able to do here this year?
I think just having a year under my belt, being more comfortable out there, the game was starting to slow down for me. I think just kind of being able to see what's going to happen, knowing and understanding what's happening out there, what we want to accomplish, whether that be on offense or defense. Being able to see that before it kind of happens helped me and my teammates.
You've always been some of those things to get shots up. How do you work to improve defensively, or how's that part of your game kind of come along?
It's both like working on it. I mean, whether it be like agility stuff or strength, but it's also just watching a lot of film, knowing positioning, how you can fight through different screens, or understanding the rotations and footwork stuff. There's a lot of little things like that that I'm looking for and try to work on, incorporate in workouts and practice.
I say you've been with this program for a long time, played a lot of key roles. Going into your senior year, just what's your sense of this team and the group that you have going into the season?
Yeah, I think we got a great group of guys. Like Coach said, we got some key returning players, and we also brought in a great group of freshmen. Like you said, we went to Italy, we played 3 games, and with a little bit of time that we had together, I think we already looked like one unit, we already looked like one team. So I feel like we're a great team this year.
Ben, a lot of teams in the league have taken sit-outs. You haven't done that over your career, and it's certainly tough to argue good results. But is it hard for you to be patient with developing some of these guys that recruited instead of trying to take a guy that maybe has Division I experience and go that way?
Yeah, a couple of things. It's been a little bit since we've had some guys sit. The last one would have been Wes Washburn, coming back from Tennessee, and Jesperson coming back from Virginia. So we've had a couple of them. We just haven't had as many, or haven't had many recently. No, in terms of our recruiting philosophy and putting our team together, I still love the way in which we're going about it. I still love being able to get to know these guys as they're coming through freshman year in high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, and having them come to our camps and getting to know them, getting to know their families. They're able to get on campus and unofficial visits and those things. So I still love the way in which we're going about it. Things have changed drastically around us, and in the big picture in terms of recruiting because of the grad transfer and because of the number of transfers that are happening to sit and play. And it's something that we talk about as a staff. But I still love the way in which we're going about it. And really enjoy working with these guys. And then I take it, okay, each year I think about where were we, how close did we get to being our best in that year, and what else happened around our team. This past year, for example, the number of new guys that were playing for us, injuries to Fife and Pickford, the schedule in the non-conference, those are things that happened this past year. Maybe that didn't happen in 2015. 2015, we didn't have any of those things happen. We had a very experienced team. So I've got some things that I can look back and compare team to team. But in terms of us and our recruiting, Todd, and patience, not patience, I'm in a great place with our guys. And I really like the team that we have right now.